Hello, everybody. Guess who you get again? Danny and Storytime. What better thing could there be at bedtime? I'm going to read to you a story that I used to read to children when I was a librarian at a school. And kids liked me to read stories to them. Tonight, I'm going to read Laura's Star. Claus Baumgart is the author of this book. That means he wrote the stories. I have this book at my house, so anytime you need to see it, you can. It's got this star that shines, and it's on every single page. Let's see. Oh, I haven't opened this book in a long time, and the star is making it stick. And it looks like Claus Baumgart may be the illustrator too, because it doesn't have anybody special listed. But this book does have pictures. That's Laura. Okay. And there's Out There at Night. I put these glasses on. Wow. I wish I had a friend, said Laura, as she gazed out of her bedroom window. Someone special to share all my secrets with. But there was no one listening. Only those distant stars that winked and glittered like tiny little jewels in the night. When you go out and look at stars, some nights there's so many of them and they're so bright. It is almost like they're twinkling. Suddenly, something caught Laura's eye. It's right here. A streak of silver came whirling and twisting through the darkness. She gasped as it spun past her window, so close that she could almost touch it. Something wonderful and magical was happening. Laura quickly put on her robe and slippers and she hurried downstairs. I mean, look how close it came. There's Laura in the window, and here it is. Came way out from the sky. Outside on the shadowy pavement lay this little star, shooting sparks and colors like a giant sparkler. You're beautiful, Laura whispered. She saw that a point of the star had broken off when it had hit the ground. It's got one little broken part right there. But it's still right there with it. Don't worry, said Laura. Don't worry, said Laura as she gently carried it back indoors. I'll soon make you better, little star. And up in her bedroom, she carefully put it together. She's using a band-aid. And she's got on her stethoscope like a doctor. Later, Laura told the little star all of her secrets. It seemed to shimmer more brightly than before, as if it understood. That thing is bright. As Laura drifted off to sleep, she knew she had found a special friend at last. When Laura woke the next morning, the space on her pillow was empty. The little star was gone. Laura was desperate. She searched under her blankets and scrambled through her drawers. She looked high in the closet and she crawled low beneath the bed. But it was no good. She couldn't find that little star anywhere. Laura felt cold and empty. You know, when you feel lonely. Well, that's how Laura's feeling right now, cold and empty. As if all the light had drained out of her. Surely that wonderful little star hadn't been only a dream, had it? I mean, did she dream it or did it really happen? My pages are stuck. A long time since I read this book. Here we go. When Laura came home from the playground, Mom and Dad tried their best to cheer her up. How about your favorite dessert? Said Dad. Oh, don't you like my funny hat? Asked her Mama. She put a pail on her head. Made her a strawberry cake with icing. I like that. Um, let's see. But Laura couldn't tell them why she was so sad. They would probably say that the little star was just her imagination. She didn't want anybody saying that because it's real to her. That night, as Laura climbed wearily up to bed, she saw a strange glow flickering from her room. Hardly daring to hope, she pushed the door open. The sudden blaze of light was dazzling. The little star was back just where she'd left it, shining like 1,000 diamonds. At first, Laura could only stand and stare. Then, joyfully, she ran toward it. I know what happened, she cried. Stars only come out at night. You must have been here the whole time, and I just couldn't see you. I should have known you wouldn't leave me without saying goodbye. Laura and the little star had a wonderful time. They played games and did tricks, and Laura read it her favorite book, like I'm doing to you guys. But Laura slowly noticed something. The little star began to feel cold in her hand, as if it was fading away. She's like, "What's happening?" Laura stroked the little star gently with her fingertips, as it grew colder. She felt the longing in it, and suddenly she understood why the little star was dying. Laura chose her 4 best balloons and carefully tied them to the little star. You'll always be my special friend, she whispered as she opened up the window and let go of the strings. Slowly, the balloons drifted up into the darkness, and the little star as twinkled at Laura as it grew smaller and smaller until it at last joined the other stars up in the midnight sky. She was letting it go. Tell him to be quiet. Laura didn't feel sad anymore, for her friend was back to where it had belonged. Each night, when she went to bed, she could whisper her secrets up into the darkness, knowing that the little star was somewhere out there listening. There it is right there. And that was the end of that story. And I hope you liked it. I've never read it to any of you, but I have read it to the school. Again, Laura's Star. I need you to be good. Keep being good. So moms let you watch these bedtime stories before you go to bed, okay? Know how much Ganny loves you. These stories are going to be here forever. Things about Ganny. She loves her Christmas tree. She loves reading children's books. I read Elijah, his first one today. But and he's little. He's only 2 months old. And Ganny loves water. She loves water. So anyway, I want you to be good. Get some good rest because you probably have a busy day tomorrow, okay? I love you. Remember that always, always, and forever. And until next story time, okay? Good night.